I'm gonna miss the title music for this game. If I miss nothing about this game, I will miss this music. Because it has banged every time. The only downside is that if anything, it's so like delightful and relaxing that when I load up the game, there's a tiny part of me that just wants to go to bed. There's like a little part of me that's like, oh, I'm cozy now. I'm listening to fun, smooth jazz. Time to log off. Right. I'll wait around a couple of minutes, but otherwise I think I'm just gonna start. Because I may have cheated a little and looked into it. And I think the last chapter of the game is quite short. Sorry, I was just checking my messages and I just got a fucking, like, LinkedIn message that's, like, offering me LinkedIn Premium. Which I don't care about. I hope I never care about LinkedIn. With peace and love to the LinkedIn grind, I hope I never, ever have to care about it, because I don't really use social media in general. Like, I feel like all the people that use LinkedIn also use either, well, I guess, and or Facebook or Instagram. I don't really use any since I was about 13. I should have used LinkedIn when I was 13. I'd have slayed on LinkedIn at 13. I'd have had all those connections. I would have been networking.
The new sub is so much fun. Great work, Bridget.
Right, let me turn the volume up because I couldn't actually hear that for a moment.
I want to go down there again. It was so weird.
Yeah, I don't know, Wee Woo. I kind of agree with boring Harold. We could have died down there, and actually it feels like for a second we may have.
The what now?
Oh, I can go up and down again.
Why do you think they've gone silent?
Could be anything.
I think,
all water cutting coffee.
yeah, I think it's all water doing something fucking weird.
Could be. Yeah.
Oh, look, the ship looks like it has legs that are like flapping about. That's so cute.
I'd love to, but now probably isn't the time.
Oh, I'm glad that the video game lets me just like fuck about. Oh, god damn it. They've just taken it away from me. I was literally just gonna say that the game lets me do a lot of like up and down control of the submarine. Oh, it's super is now.
Im 80. Stockwerk.
What is it with this game? And having segments where you basically just travel in a straight line, but they play banging music. Oh. Oh, that's a big rock. Hey, I don't know how long this is gonna last for, but this is really goofy. Overall, it's even a much, like, goofier game than I'd expected. I'd expected it to take itself really seriously when I saw the initial, like, trailer, I guess? Trailer and screenshots, but this is not only goofy, this is delightful. I like to think that this is playing in the submarine. In the oh, that was scary. Oh, these are scary fish. The alien power source that we obtained. I'm choosing to believe that the alien power source just also comes with this song. Look at this! Hello ladies, hello Trash. The green you are here, hello both! I truly don't know why the game has presented this in its like final chapter. It's basically just a music video for whatever this song is. Which, speaking of, actually, the song that was used in chapter 4, that was really fun, that plays when you join, like, the Children's Anarchist Rebellion, got, like, copyright... not like a copyright strike on YouTube on my re-upload, but it did get like a warning basically. What is that? Why does it look like I can see a really big scary fish up ahead? What is that? Do you see that? What is that? What is that? Tell me I can't even check? What the fuck is that thing? It's all pink and massive. I don't know, I just have a couple of questions on the big pink massive underwater alien creature. But I guess the video game has given me all of the questions it's gonna give me. I hate that, right? Like, what is it with this very brief moment of like deep sea horror? I think it's this perspective while like functionally piloting a submarine. It makes it all feel a little too personal for my tastes. I don't want to be trapped under the sea in a submarine. I've read that book and it freaked me out. Okay.
Oh, that was nice. Do we have any more?
They were listening to it.
So let's play spot the fish.
This is so cute.
Look at that one.
Oh, where?
Harold, watch out!
Oh my god,
I can't
Harold,
see
you
the fish.
idiot.
Ah! Ah!
Oh, that one's very dead.
Oh, fishy.
Why is it frozen?
Is the cockpit glass okay?
I can't see any cracks. Well, there are some in the fish.
Oh no.
This isn't good at all. The
Oh
ambient
god.
temperature anywhere near the Fedora to have dropped far enough for this.
So the Fedora got frozen? Oh, was it Slippy's stupid fucking air conditioning? Is that gonna be what it is? Is that Slippy essentially fucked up his air conditioning so badly?
We really need this energy source right about now. Looks like a big crowd at the arcades.
Yes, but for what? Can you take us closer?
This is gonna be for Slippy to reveal that his stupid fucking air conditioning is gonna get everyone killed.
They see us. But what's going on in there?
Not sure. Do you think they look stuck in there?
They look a little stuck.
Or trapped?
Get us to the submarine dock.
They look a
Gotta
little
find out what's
bit
going on.
not as enthusiastic to see that Harold and Wii U survived as I thought they would be. I thought they'd be a little bit more energetic than this, is all I'm gonna say. I thought they'd have a little bit of love in their hearts, but I guess not. This is so fun. Like, this is I guess, the angle
ice is
of
right
the
here, too.
Fedora
There's no way we're gonna be able to dock.
We'll have
that
to
we
find
never
somewhere
really
else.
get.
Let me think. Yeah, that should work. Okay, we need to make a detour.
Okay, where?
We'll try docking at Biosphere 4. There's
Oh,
a
I
full
knocked
breach
into
from
the
crash
thing,
there.
oops.
Maybe the ice hasn't reached it yet.
Where to?
I'll direct you. Just keep going around.
Okay.
Oh, this is so
Say,
weird.
I don't think I've ever been to that part of the ship.
Well, as you know, the core consisted of
This
two
is
main
such
sections.
a
The engine
goofy
module
section.
and the agricultural district. Bio 4 was the name of the latter. Apparently, it even had living fields and livestock
Sorry.
during transit.
When in these
Imagine
moments when
having
basically
all those
all I
real
can do is
animals
control
around.
the ship,
Like
it's
I said,
very
it was damaged
enjoyable
in
to
the
just do
crash and
something
deemed too
weird with it.
expensive to maintain. I just hope it's still connected to the rest of the modules.
Shows on the chili ship.
Hang on, we
Yeah,
should
it's
look
kind of
informed soon.
tonally dissonant
keep
from
going
real
this way.
life
It
to
won't be
see
too long now.
that they're freezing cold.
I wish I knew what's going on in there.
Although I would say I'm lucky.
starting to
So
feel
where my
pretty
room is
strange.
positioned,
What do we do
and also I
once we
suppose
get
with it
in?
being a small
Best bet will
room,
be to try and
quite
find
a big
security
window
monitor
actually.
station, so we can get more
I
perspective
am
on
not.
what's
I have
going
not
on.
been too warm today.
I hope
Like, I've
everyone
been
is okay.
warm, don't get me wrong. It's current date in the UK, so I'm warm.
Wow. When you see the core
Oh, that
from
is
out here,
pretty
it's
goddamn.
Pretty impressive.
But it's not been uncomfortable. It's just made me a bit, like, lethargic. Like, I've had things to do at work today that have taken me about triple the time, just because I've been so skeeky. So unbelievably eeky. You went outside and felt so
never
ill.
realized
Yeah,
how
I
many
stepped
people
outside for like
was.
5 minutes at about 1 p.m. to let my dogs out to go to the bathroom. And I can't imagine having to be out there for any longer than that. And I think I went out at a slightly cloudy time as well. I don't even think it was the worst of it. But it was so hot. Again, it's cold inside. Well, it's like a nice temperature inside. So for a second it was like, oh, this is nice. Oh, I'm warm. Oh, the sunlight feel. But that kind of lost its sparkle when I sort of realized that it was really hot. Also, hello, Bright. Are you gonna tell me that I smell?
Energy-hungry stuff. Remember, when the Fedora was actually flying, it was able to generate way more energy from the solar sails, and
I think I see the breach.
yep, that's it.
The security
And it's
breach.
free of ice. Perfect.
Yeah, mellow smells. If I call you out on it, then I don't think it should count. Like, I don't think what you just did counts, actually. I think I'm valid and you're not. Whoa. Oh my god. Whoa! Spooky new location! It was like 30 in your car and you felt so faint? Yeah, shit! Even with the... God, pull out the earphone. Even with the window down in a car, I feel like that would be horrendously uncomfortable.
Here we are.
I am so glad that I passed my driving
No one's
test
been in here for a
just
long
as the weather seems to have changed, because I think I would have struggled with having driving lessons in this
doubt it.
heat.
But it does sound like what I imagine an animal to sound
There is
like.
going to be a big,
That's a
big
silly thought.
animal in this place.
Anyway,
There is going to be the biggest alien fish you have ever seen in
looks
your
like the
life.
power's out. Harold, can you get this hooked up to the energy vessel? There should be some jumper cables in the engine compartment.
Yeah, I'll do your
I'll
tasks.
get
I'll
to
do
it.
your silly jobs.
Righto, power is showing up. Just need to flick
Ooh.
the master switch and...
Big fish?
Wow.
Big spooky fish? Is that a giraffe?
It really is huge in here.
Oh look, we have company.
That is a giraffe. That's two giraffes.
What are those? I guess now we know where the ghost animal sounds came from.
From the
Amazing.
giraffes?
I can't believe they adapted to survive down here.
Yeah, it's kind of
Do you
unbelievable.
think they bite?
It must have been so peaceful for them here. I'm sure they're relaxed.
No, they've gone insane. They've gone stir crazy.
Nice.
Even a giraffe, if it spends its entire lifetime only being able to move up and down a small corridor, would probably go insane. I couldn't blame it if it ate all three of them.
I recognize these controls. They're like the ones in the filter station. I guess this used to handle water drainage.
Oh, but I
and-
don't understand the filter minigame. I don't get
So you
it.
can operate it?
I think so. It would have been used to monitor the filters and stuff.
Oh,
So if
no.
I can just get to the monitor
So you
root
can drive
directory,
now. I know. I don't
switch
actually
the
even know what to
chillers
do with
camera
it.
feed.
Like, I wanted to
That should do
pass. I wanted to learn and pass now because it's
Okay.
kind of just a good
Let's
point in my
see what we
life to
can
learn
see.
to drive.
Keep cycling through.
Or at the very least, it was
There's the
2
Agora
years ago when I
arcade.
started,
be able to talk
and then
to
it's
them
just
through the
taken me a
camera
long
system,
time to
too.
actually pass.
Professor!
So I'm glad I
Everyone,
did it, but it's
you
like
can
I
hear
passed
us,
my
right?
driving test, and my instructor
We
was
can
like,
see
"Oh,
you.
are you gonna
We're
get a
in the
car
abandoned
now?
core.
What kind of car are you
What's going
thinking?" And I was
on?
just like,
Hang on.
I'm not
Let
gonna
me
get a
see if I
car.
can turn on
Shit's
the security cam's
expensive.
mic, too.
like my first thought after passing my driving test was, "Oh, thank God, I don't have to drive anymore.
Harold, are you okay?
I don't have to pay for driving
Goodness,
lessons.
Where have you been?
I don't have to pay for
Long
driving
story,
tests.
Professor, but we
I'm
came
definitely not
back
gonna
and bridges
buy
were
a car
separated.
because I'd have to pay
The
for
fedora
that."
is all iced up.
We? Is we with you too?
Yeah,
We
we both lived. We're so good at being
Nice to see you
alive.
again, Professor.
You three have got a lot of chutzpah, making us all worry, and they just.
It's
turning
not
up
our
everyone
fault.
else
Stop
like
being
this.
passive aggressive. I thought you left that behind in
are you
chapter
all okay?
3.
Are you trapped in the arcades? What's going on?
Oh, Fishman looks like a
Yes,
giraffe. Maybe they'll
we're
get
stuck
along.
here.
I think it would be a
Slip,
fun
Maya.
plot twist if we
He
find
gave us all
out
food from the
that.
get-go.
Oh my God! Wasn't I doing a bit where I was like, "Ooh, I think we must be a descendant of like a fish giraffe hybrid." Suddenly, that is actually a lot more feasible.
Over the tannoy, once he'd hidden himself away somewhere.
Oh, I feel like I've missed an
he
important
said
plot point.
It's always been his dream to create the largest winter sport amusement park in the universe.
Breeze the sea. Winter sports. From the get-go. All along?
So, Slippy is here. He's rootling around,
Wait,
asking me all kinds of questions I
That's
don't
the
want
big
to answer.
twist. The big twist is that Slippy wanted to make an underwater
Please witness the future
frozen
of Fedora.
amusement park.
Like all the best things in life, it seems simple at first.
I
The
am
more you
glad
know
I
about it,
didn't
the
help
more
this bastard
ingenious
that
and
one
brilliant
time.
It becomes.
It's all a lot of hot air.
I'm gonna freeze the water directly under the Fedora.
Even water bodies usually freeze from the top down. I
This
don't
is so
know.
stupid.
It seems a bit fishy to me.
I thought you said it wasn't a vote. It's not. I just happen to agree with them.
I'm making the coolant procedure more efficient than ever. It's going to be able to cover a lot
Oh
of
shit,
ground.
or is this because I didn't help him that one time?
Maybe I shouldn't tell you every part of it, eh? I need to
Aircon.
tools for some tests. Are you
Maybe
going
the
to help
real
me or just
aircon
stand
was the
and watch me
aircon all
suffer?
along.
Please witness the future of Fedora.
He just wants to freeze it so he can own it. It reveals that he had a secret blueprint the whole time of his frozen empire. This is the stupidest thing I have ever seen, and I love
Oh
it.
my god, what? Why? Where is he now?
Not sure.
I don't want to know what the biological mechanism behind that was, but yeah, more plausible. I don't know what's unclear about it, Johan. There was a giraffe. There was a particularly large and hardy fish.
You went dreamy for a minute there.
Oh, yeah.
They explored
Thanks,
each
Lee.
other's bodies, and that was how Wii came
What
to
was the
be.
urgent launch update.
Harold, please. The update was a ruse to get us out of the way. We were never meant to take off with his procedure. He
Well, yeah, it
babbled
was
about
obviously
how we'd just
stupid.
die in traveling through space. We may as well have fun in our lifetimes.
My God.
Oh.
Can he
Are
really
they
do
gonna
it?
do some sort of thing where Harold talks to Slippy and he's like, I'm scared too. I'm scared of leaving here. But we should do it. It would be fun. We should do it now.
Paradise was ready. Can you believe it?
Okay, we'll get you out of there somehow. Just hold on.
This is so stupid. I love it. I love that it wasn't the corporation. It was just a fucking idiot. It was just a stupid little guy.
Chris tried already. Even though I warned him, it's security glass, and no amount of handsome muscle would get through it.
Moreau thinks Chris is handsome.
You should be able to access the security shutters
Good for
and
them.
the door's
Good for
control
them.
mechanism through the terminal computer.
Okay, let me see.
Okay, so I just have to do some sort of minigame. Some sort of minigame that I probably am not going to understand. Okay. All of this for skiing. Yeah, it also explains why our first interaction with Slippy is him making us, like, practice skiing. He was right. We really did need it one day.
Just give me a minute. It's a weird old terminal.
You sure you know what you're doing?
Sorry, Professor. The
Yeah,
door
I have
control
no idea what
interface
I'm
is
doing.
weird on this terminal. It's like you click one thing and it does the opposite. Then there's a pop-up and you have to click again.
Weird, Harold? You're looking at classic quality tech. The newer consoles might be fancier,
Is this?
but
I can't remember their name, but are they helping us as well?
because everything is integrated, it's a nightmare if anything needs replacing.
Sorry, Rafi. Can you help talk me through it?
Oh, the whole gang is gonna help us.
Fine.
Now what are you seeing?
The whole gang is gonna help us do our little job.
It's okay. Just close them.
We're getting
Now what do you
coached
see?
by, like, a teenager how to use
Lots of
technology.
Of many kinds.
That's the wrong tab. Now what are you seeing?
Ah.
There are two big circles. Looks
Why
like
is
a
this written in
set.
doctor's handwriting? Maybe it was put together by a
great.
doctor.
There
By, like, a
should be
medical
small
doctor. I don't know why the
boxes
medical
circled
doctor was
connected
doing
by an arc
engineering work.
In the lower left-hand corner. Click them to control the big circles on the right.
Oh, looks like the bar in the middle. When I click the little circle, the big circles move. The box is highlighted now.
Good. Keep clicking the box in the lower left until
The bar is filling. It's finally fully filled.
What the fuck?
What are you seeing now?
I truly don't understand
A
what
screen
I'm
with the
doing.
diamond shape on the left.
Great, nearly there. Click the top of the 2 buttons on the right.
And then?
The box in the middle of the screen should be active now. Click the slim switch in the very center.
Clicked.
The door segments on the left should be animated now.
They are. Did I do it?
Fuck?
Go to the rightmost tab on the top of the screen. What are you seeing now?
I hate this. Is this what it feels like to not understand technology and have like... Is this what it feels like to be like 50 and to be given an iPhone and to have like an 8-year-old tell you to like click the buttons?
Click on the box that says REM.
Done.
Click Go 8. Click section W7 and open it.
Done. But nothing is happening.
Did you press the enormous key button?
I'm feeling real stupid doing this.
You did it. Finally.
Why did they
Good
put
job,
this in
Harold.
here? Why did they put in a mini game where like you fucking
done,
boomer
Harold.
simulator.
My pleasure.
POV, you're 55 and you've never held an iPad in your
If Slippy is
hands.
doing nefarious science, he's bound to be doing it there.
Oh, nefarious science. It's my favorite kind of science.
The tube isn't working, of course.
Doesn't look like they're having much luck with the tube.
Sucks to be the
Harold,
tube.
Can you still hear us? We're going to need you to look into why the tube is down.
Probably gonna involve some sort of stupid
That
button
isn't going to
minigame
be something
again.
we can fix from here.
You two. Do you think you can take the sub and try and see what the problem is from the outside?
Yep.
Probably.
We know how it handles now, right, Wii?
Sure. Let's rev her up.
That's so
Great.
cute.
I'll stay here on the radio and help liaise.
Okay, let's
I
go.
hope the giraffes don't
I'll
eat
do
you.
the grabby
Or
arm.
do anything
Good
else
luck,
to
you
you.
two.
Those giraffes,
Be
they're a
careful out
rowdy
there.
bunch. Okay. Okay, I'd forgotten how to run again. Which happens every time I pick this up. I just forget how to run. Oh, I love this location. This is gorgeous. With the giraffes. Is the game gonna let me walk close to them? Or is Hal gonna fall and fucking die? Oh. Neither of those options. I simply just didn't get to interact with the giraffes. Miserable. This is so goofy.
How are you holding up back there, Wii?
The only thing I'd say about these segments is, as fun and cute as they are, they're like, they're a little dull to control, if that makes sense.
What do you think of all this drama? I bet none of the Flumalim ever have any crazy schemes.
Oh, yes. Oh, it's very curious.
In fact, I want to check the walkthrough to figure out how long this section
Slippy
lasts.
loves snow sports. He would want to create a snow world. But it doesn't seem like he checked with everyone if they also loved snow sports first.
That's a very balanced way of looking at it.
Okay, I actually think this section is hilariously short. This might be like a half-an-hour stream based on what I just checked.
Or why didn't anyone realize he was so sad before all this happened?
Oh, was Slippy sad? Oh, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo, Slippy, cry about it.
Sometimes people hide their
Wow,
sadness
wow.
because they don't know what else to do with it.
If Slippy had told us that he was sad, I would have
Thanks for
punched him in the face. I would
No,
have
I'm
kicked
not.
him down.
Maybe I used to be.
I'll be sad if we can't stop Slippy.
I won't. Oh, sorry, no. I'll be sad if we can't stop Slippy. I won't be sad
I'm going to do my best
if Slippy is
with
sad.
the arm, though.
It's going to be fine.
Maybe Slippy doesn't deserve this, but I also think
That's the spirit, you
perhaps
two.
he does. Perhaps
Even
Slippy
Rocky
has
is
been wrong the whole time.
I am still listening, you know.
Well, good.
I'm also going to turn the game volume down on your end, like a little bit.
Owe me some peace.
Let me know if that was unnecessary and you actually want to be able to hear
It's
it
a
better.
deal, Roth. Okay. Looks like we're approaching the tube exterior. Bridget, we'll check out what's wrong first.
Great. Keep
It's
me
probably just powered down,
Okay,
right? Like if the whole thing's encased in ice, they probably just don't have the power.
situation.
We've arrived outside the Agora arcades. It looks like the actual transportation tube is disconnected.
Ooh,
Maybe the ice broke it somehow.
yeah, yikes.
Drat. I guess the sudden change in pressure from the ice must have displaced or warped some
That
of the
makes
connections.
sense.
How bad is it?
Well, the good news
It's
is the
pretty
tube itself
bad.
is in one piece. So If we can get a good grip with the grabber, we should be able to reattach the main
Is that
tube
really
and
how
lock
it
back in
works?
place.
And the bad news?
Oh, well, there isn't any extra bad news.
Oh, good. Well, get going. But be
Okay.
careful, Wheel. If the tube cracks, the whole thing will be unusable.
I'll take super care of it.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
I'll get us into position now.
Oh, I thought that would be like a whole mini game. It just wasn't. There is a part of me that feels like this section
Well, from what I can see, they're
was meant to have more gameplay mechanics in it. Like, I feel like that was the placeholder for a tube connection minigame that it feels like wasn't included.
I'm not sure. Could be a few things. Plus, there's the potential side effects of all the ice to consider.
Sorry, I'm just gonna keep like fucking swimming around while I can. Look at that! I can even do a little twirl.
Malfunction in the tube's control panel?
Oh, so what now?
They're en route to the central station now.
Oh, that's
We'll try again from
delightful.
there.
Okay, keep us posted, Bridget. Whew, that was really impressive grab.
In fact, it was so impressive that I'm bothered that I didn't get to bungle it up somehow. I'm really annoyed that I didn't get to be involved in it somehow.
They're on their way now.
All this makes you realize how reliant we are on those tubes to get around, though, huh?
What did you do before then?
Yeah, I want to know
We
this.
didn't move around as often, and I suppose we only went to places we really needed to.
So you built tubes to move more often to places you didn't.
Yeah, to make life slightly more fun.
Uh,
Also, hello.
Bible door, Melu.
It is my Hungry Bible door today. And every day, actually, if you weren't aware. So thank you for wishing me that great auspicious day today. Thanks so much. Backhead has been under the tap. Oh, super valid. Is it hot enough yet, do you think, to sleep with like a wet frozen towel? It's getting to the time of year where I like. So one of my favorite things to do when it gets really hot is to get like a tea towel or like a flannel. I guess like just a small-ish towel to rinse it in water. You don't want it soaked. You just kind of want it like, I guess 50% damp, 50% dry. And then to put it in the freezer, so when you're feeling really warm, particularly when you're trying to fall asleep, you can get out the frozen flannel and like put it just, you know, on your forehead, or just hold it in your arms, hold it close. God, you've made me think about that now. Why haven't I done that? I'm gonna be trying to fall asleep tonight, and I'm gonna really miss the presence of a frozen flannel.
Seems like Slippy has barricaded himself
Fucking
using the
Slippy.
lockdown routine.
Yes.
Same shot was unbearable and made your day off 90% trying to stay cool off. Oh, that sucks, Corvus. I'm so sorry. Hey, on the plus side, I feel like it would have been extra unbearable if it was trying to stay cool while also being in like a busy work environment. Although as I said that out loud, I was wondering if your work environment has better air conditioning than I imagine your home. I don't think my work environment does. I'm gonna be in my work office this Thursday, Friday, and it's like big modern office with a shit ton of glass windows.
Wait a sec.
And I have a feeling it's going to be really damn hot in the office.
Harvests were connected?
Ooh, good thinking. Yep, by the retractable conveyors.
Oh, someone
If
praised
memory
Harold for having
serves, the
good
one that connects
thinking.
energy to
This is so much better
agriculture is near
than
the
the
back
start of the
core.
game when he was really sad and everyone hated him and said that his thinking was bad. Are we having wets tonight? Yeah. Oh, a wet towel. Oh, a wet / frozen tea towel. The hottest I've ever been in my life was when I was in Prague in the summer in 2019, and it probably was, I don't know, I want to say it was staying like 30 degrees overnight, like it was hot.
Teamwork. I'm like a proud mother hen.
Me and my friends, so Trash and Blue Green and then a couple others, took to like just having damp towels to sleep under because it keeps you so cool. It's so nice. Yeah, you're like slightly damp, but you're also not boiling to death, so it's kind of worth it. fun. It makes us do things, honestly. What is happening in this game
Okay, you
anymore?
two, it's time to
So,
go into the energy harvest.
we went into the pit where energy
I'll stay
comes
here to
from.
monitor the security cameras and oversee the situation.
And then we were in the pit for 2 weeks, Harold and Wii U. And when we left the pit, and then... Sorry, what did they just say? I'm gonna choose to believe they implied that Wii U and Harold know each other biblically. But yeah, so they left the pit after 2 weeks, and then Bridget is like, "Oh, thank God you're back. We lost contact with the fedora, and we don't know why." And then we've gone to this location, which is it's like half connected to the fedora, half. It's like an old connection to the fedora. It's like an energy cell that they used to use when they were flying around like properly in space. And we find out that the reason they've lost connection with the fedora is because Slippy has enacted his grand secret evil plan to freeze the fedora so it can be the biggest and most exciting like outdoor winter sports destination in the universe. And then now we need to go get him out of the room he's locked in, I think. Basically, this entire section is full of things that feel like they should be minigame mechanics.
I can't even count how many regulations you've breached.
Oh.
The door?
Harold! Whew! Everyone!
Everyone! You're so cute.
If I could just show you my plans, I was only
Oh,
trying
kill
to-
him. Actually kill him. That's not enough. I really want Chris to fucking wail on this man.
That settles it, I suppose.
I want big handsome Chris to actually beat him to death.
I was overcome with emotion.
We hit 38 in Prague? Yeah, we did. The hottest day, 38 minutes. I swear the hottest day it went up to 40, but we were in a water park, so we stayed cool.
And so is our chance at launching.
It is not a fantastic idea. It is a terrible idea to entirely freeze the place and not escape and go to space.
Whatever do you mean, Professor?
I mean that the solar winds are due to begin again.
Oh
and
no.
Soon. Too soon. After these shenanigans, we simply won't have the requisite preparation complete.
Oh, or is the resolution of this game going to be, actually, it's not the end of the world if we have to stay here a little longer?
Probably caused our sensitive instruments.
Well, can't we risk it? What's the worst that would happen?
Huh.
Well,
damn, Chris. Pop off, Chris. Slay, Chris.
Like last time, and tumbling back into the ocean. And there's no telling if our next landing will be so lucky.
And if we launch on time?
My calculations are nearly complete, but if we time it just a second wrong, we might sink deeper or use up our remaining fuel just to move a few miles away.
And even if your calculations were already done, what with the all-water time theft, it'd probably be late by now anyway.
Time theft? Speaks.
Is this when Harold reveals that actually they have more time?
But we got distracted with the probe.
Because that's how it would work, right? If they were making days shorter, everyone thinks that more days have passed than actually have. So they have more time.
With the energy crisis. So we had
No, you had more time, right?
What are you talking about? How and why do you shave an hour?
So we have to do less work.
Harold does sound like an insane conspiracy theorist right now. I would not blame anyone for just choosing not to believe him and then they stay here forever.
By now, apparently, it adds up to 2 full hours each day.
How? But we would have noticed.
But we didn't because of the introduction of all-water digital time, and they controlled the time.
He sounds like an insane person. He sounds like he's saying that all water put something in the water to make them all gay. Which maybe they also did.
Harold, you wonderful, beautiful schmuck. If what you say is true,
That's
these days the truth is stranger than one of your
66% the nicest thing she's ever said.
Exactly the opposite of what you think. We have more time than ever.
We do? How does that work?
Think, Harold. If what we perceived as a day of 24 hours was actually only 22, that means that we haven't actually reached today's
Oh, they're scaring me. They're freaking me out.
Let's see.
They're gonna have to do a lot of maths right now.
Digital time was introduced 8 years ago. Cyrus, check my math.
Well, even if they were shaved up to 1, then 2 hours after a few years, we should have more than 4 months left until the launch window ends.
Much as I love it when you're wrong, that means...
My calculations were correct, but time was wrong.
Okay, base, this is delightful.
I thought the space bacteria would degenerate faster than modeled.
Oh!
If we had just done the experiment at nighttime.
Oh, wait. Then... And that means...
Wait, what is Harold connecting? I don't think Harold has any dots to connect.
All along.
Oh, or is he gonna be like...
Time, right, bros?
It's true. This is a matter of urgency. Time is of the essence. We know we were onto something when we noticed Yava's watch didn't match up with the official time.
And what time do you call this?
Party time.
The time is...
I know what
Harold's
time
just
is.
remembering every
Time is
time
of the
someone
essence.
said time to him.
At the same time,
A stitch in time saves 9.
4 at the same time is quite a feat.
and time is running out.
In the meantime,
We don't have time to
He's
put
just
down
remembering
properly.
every time someone said time to him! Because he wants to have a big brainwave as well.
With the stolen time.
Maybe taking the time for yourself?
now,
If and when the time is right.
We might even have some time for ice skating. Why not give them
All the time.
Your first time at Quicksuit Colorfish?
this will be the last
This is
time
so
I explain
stupid.
it
What
to
is
you,
this?
So for once, pay attention.
This game was made by insane people. It was! And I don't think enough people are talking about the fact that this game was made by insane people. Because the first 2 chapters are so incredibly boring.
CEO, if we're to get the exact numbers of when
This
and
isn't
how
what
much time
anyone
they've
is talking
stolen.
about. He starts just listing it. He's like, whoa! This explains why Rafi told me that it wasn't the time that one time. Because it wasn't the time.
Unlikely. They were probably incapacitated
This is
by
so
Slippy as part of
stupid.
his plan.
They could be anywhere. We'd better split up and find them. Maybe
I
we
did
should
play
start
this in
an
full.
all
You
water.
do.
Why don't we just
Because as much as obviously you're seeing the end state now, and you're seeing, I suppose, the big twist,
I'm sorry, okay?
there's still a lot of game in this game that you haven't seen. And that is very enjoyable. Particularly if you play it as more of like a private story game. Like, there's a lot of content I missed just because I was kind of, I guess, going through the plot. I didn't spend a lot of time lingering in sections that I could have lingered in and probably would have had fun, just because I wanted it to go faster.
Let's go.
Oh, and Bridget, can you tell the others over the tannoy system to search whichever area they're in?
Hold on a second. A second is a measurement of time, and time has 4 letters, and 4 is a number, which is part of time. I feel, Corvus, like that exact series of words was in the original script for this game, and they cut it because it just about hit the max of the goofiness cut off. Like, it just about was too silly and goofy for even this game.
Can someone please tell me what is going on?
Slippy engineered this whole
Goddamn
hoax.
Slippy.
He was never
Spent a
really
lot of time,
working
you
on
say.
a real
It's everywhere!
His plan
All
was
water
to
got
freeze
to
the
us!
planet into a giant ski resort.
They stole time from us!
Absurd. Professor, I expected better from you.
So there's no...
No, there is. It's just that his was shit and stupid, and the fact that anyone for even a second believed this is ridiculous.
I could say the same about you. We know all about the time hoax, but it's still imperative you clear up a few things.
What good will it do? Still, I suppose it can't hurt at this point.
She's built so tall.
Untie me. Fire away.
Her legs are like
When did you
over
start
half
the
of her
time
body.
stealing process?
About 8 years ago. For the good of the ship, of course.
Okay.
And how much did you shorten the days?
Well, we started with 30 minutes, just letting the clocks run a tiny bit faster during the daytime. Every 2 years since then, we made gradual transition to another half an hour short.
This is rough maths to do, right? Because they can't just be like, oh, half an hour every 2 years.
Plants. And run the math for me, please.
Okay, so that means 365 hours in the first 2 years, 732 years after that, then 1,095 hours, and
I'm too
then
stupid. I'm too stupid to do the maths of this.
1,460 hours, which adds up to 3,650 hours. So we have 152 days left. Or what we think of as today is in fact 152 days
That's
away.
I'm so confused by that. Wait, that's silly! That's silly, and I swear to God, is that the amount of days left that there were at the start of the game?
This is the clever part. We tacked the shifts to the summer-winter time changes. People's circadian rhythms always go a bit haywire around then anyway. Subtle. No?
Wait, what would that mean?
We have time, but no procedure.
Slippy rhymes with hippie, which were popular in the 60s, which is the number, which is time adjacent. Oh, all of these gonna end with Harold being like, which is a number, like time.
By Slippy's showmanship, and sorry to say, Madam CEO, your blind trust in
Slippy's showmanship was always stupid, though. How were these people so easily won over by the concept of winter sports forever?
Messing with my calculations of velocity. That's why my simulation failed that day, you know.
We even double-checked, triple even.
Yeah, yeah, say we like you did anything other than hang out and do goofy shit in montages most of the time.
Some interesting fruits. You must explain this procedure to me so we can work on the press release.
So we really might still launch after.
Yeah, in fact, definitely will, right?
Yes. Funnily enough, there'll be plenty of time for all that. But now, I need tea and a nap.
Yeah. Me too, actually. Me too, Moreau. First time I've ever related to you.
Spicy tea.
Spicy tea?
Come on, you two. Let's leave Zora.
Yeah, what's spicy tea?
To get some rest. I'm sure
Spicy tea? What is Wii U saying? Wii U is always implying some stuff.
To go over next steps.
Spicy tea makes it sound like it's drug tea. You know how people do like weed brownies? That's what spicy tea is.
Including some serious PR damage control.
Her job title is CEO, which ends in an O, which is almost a 0, which, time. The thing is, I can picture that perfectly. I could picture Harold saying that with his own 2 words. Oh, stupid child anarchist army, I love them. Oh, the way that the screen breaks during a cutscene, another thing I love. Oh, it's gonna be sad when we have to leave Wii U. I hope Wii U returns with us and leaves their entire population and people behind. I think we can trade. I think the fish people can have Rafi and we can have Wii U. That way everybody gains a person and loses a person. Whoa! His little fish friend had a fish child! That means there's 2 fish now! People have just convinced Blu-ray to get bubble tea and ramen and gyoza tomorrow. Oh, that sounds delicious. Bubble tea would go crazy. The only issue I have with bubble tea is that I find like a good half of the time I'm given bubble tea and it's not like icy cold. And I want it icy cold, you know? I want that thing half frozen. But I feel like a lot of the time I get bubble tea and I'm like, this is gonna be so delicious and refreshing, and it's just like, it's warm. It's like actively too warm for me to be happy. Aww. Poor this woman and her collection of watches. All she wanted to do was collect all time. Prefer tea spicy. Hey, I think a certain kind of person could describe like ginger tea as spicy. A certain kind of person being like me. I would say ginger tea is a little spicy. This place does the iciest cold bubble tea. Oh, delicious. I'm definitely gonna get bubble tea. I'm gonna be in the vicinity of at least a couple of bubble tea places this weekend, and I'm gonna make sure that I grab at least one. You've made me think about it now, Trash. Now I can't stop thinking about it. Okay, so we completed chapter 6, but I think there's an epilogue. I don't know if it counts as a chapter.
Hey, Professor. How are you holding up?
Just fine, just fine.
I can't stress enough how soft my heart gets on the inside when Moreau calls Harold my boy.
So they're nearly done?
Yes, we're really just putting the finishing touches on now.
Wow. Can you believe we're about to try and take off after everything?
I knew we'd figure out a procedure. But I would never have guessed at what it took to get there.
Are you excited to see space again?
Yes. But that's not to say I won't miss this place.
Okay.
It had a certain watery charm and plenty of scientific curiosity. But you know, I'm getting old. My real wish
Oh,
is to
I really
step
hope
foot
Maru
on
gets
real
her wish and
ground.
we don't die in the cold abyss
It
of
was
space.
nice to be outside of the fedora in the cave, but I suppose that's not what you're thinking of.
Indeed. I'd like to see the sky.
Aw.
But enough about me. How are you feeling about leaving Wiu?
Oh, sad.
Alone?
He's feeling real
I know
sad
you've been
about
close
it.
to it all.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss Wii U. I'll miss it all.
He's
But
gonna have to go
this
back
is
to
our
like
path,
modern
right?
day
I
Earth.
think so, my boy.
Actually, I think like Earth in like
You'll
40 years in the
always
future or
cherish the time
something.
you had with them. But don't you
They're
want to
gonna hate
continue
all
the
of
mission?
us. We're too like
To finding a real home.
70s
it makes
core,
sense, I
60s
suppose.
core.
Do you think we
We're
will?
too Cold
Not
War
sure.
core. They'll hate
But what do we
us.
stand to lose?
Abyss rhymes with
True.
6.
True.
Have you said goodbye
Abyss
to Wiu
barely
and
rhymes with
Fluminense
6.
yet?
The brain
Not
rhyme with this
really,
bit. It's
no.
a good bit though.
Well,
I don't even blame
no
you.
point putting it off.
In general, the
Saying
bit of
goodbye
wait,
only gets
but this
harder the
thing
longer
like
you leave
this.
it.
Like,
So
I don't know
send
what this
all
is
my
actually from, but
regards.
Party mentioned
Yeah,
it the
I
other
know.
day of
I know.
And
I think
how?
it's an I think you should leave bit of a character
miss
saying
you,
something about like a football team
time,
called like
it
the
does
Lions
get
or something.
easier.
And then the bit is that the
You'll
other
be
person
busy
goes,
once we're back
"The
on course.
Lions?
It'll feel like a whole
Like
different life.
like the animal from the circus?" And the numbers bit is basically that. Wait, why are we leaving? I missed this part. So the whole reason we're here, as far as I remember, is that the ship, the Fedora, was sent away from the Earth because the Cold War was getting a little too hot and people thought that we were all gonna die. So the Fedora was sent to go look and find a new home. Except we did a really shit job, and due to like a solar flare, the Fedora crashed onto this planet where it ended up in the water, where over the course of like approximately 80 years, they put together enough systems to be able to live like this. But their main goal has always been, in theory, going back home. And due to some sort of scientific experiment with a rock, they found out like how often these solar flares happen. Because part of the reason that they couldn't just try and have a procedure to leave in the first place was because they don't know like how frequent these solar flares are. And they basically found out that the solar flares are on a cycle where they run for like 60 years and then they stop for maybe a year and then they run again for 60 years. And they found that they were basically at the end of the solar flare safe period. So that's what the countdown's been about, of like figuring out like how to like when to leave and how. 18,000 days, 49 years, that's how many days it was. That sounds about right. It's always less than I think. Like, I have it in my head of like, oh, they've been under the water for like 100 years. But no, 49 years sounds about right. It's not been that long. So we're leaving to head back home, I guess. Oh, look at this stupid little notebook. I guess he is running out of pages in this notebook. Although saying that... Hello, party.
Harold Halibut? More
like Harold Halibut, but Halibut is pronounced as in debut, so it's like Halibu, and I hope the TDS picks that up well. Hey, even if it didn't, I talked over it the whole time, so I'm really glad that you put your Prime sub into getting that to be said out loud, only for me to just say it anyway. I get it, I like that. I like Harold Halibu. It reminds me of the word hullabaloo, which brings me joy. Oh, this is too many messages. I can't be bothered. Oh, okay, that's kind of silly. That's the bullshit apology message from Slippy. Okay. So what am I doing? Say goodbye to Wii U. Once I'm ready and everything is done, say goodbye to Wii U in the cave. How do I... Oh, I remember how do I get to the cave. Jesus, it's been a little while. I guess I could go interact with a bunch of characters if I choose. I'm probably good, honestly. I think I do want to just go see my best pal Wii U. And then wrap up. Too bad I don't have any bits to make it do it again, and that feels like odd to be putting money into it like that. Maybe it isn't. No, it is. It's fair. Listen, I appreciate a Prime sub. Because you have that anyway, and unless you choose to put it into someone else on Twitch, I might as well have it, you know? I might as well. Where else is it gonna go, other than to me specifically? But that's okay, I said it. And I like to think that the TTS probably did pick it up, because you made it very clear. You spelled it out delightfully. I'll never be ready to say goodbye to Wii U. Honestly, me too. Wii U increased the quality of this game from like a 5 out of 10 to like a 7. No, Wii U increased the quality of this game for me from like a 4 to a 7. I would struggle to give it higher than that because it's a game that felt very well suited to having a lot of menial task mini-games, and it didn't have nearly as many as I wanted. Like, it had some delightful ones. I really liked the ones where I had to put the plugs into the correct, like, outlets. I really enjoyed the mini-game, which was moving boxes from one room to another, except the room flipped upside down, so it was kind of like Tetris. That was delightful. And it just feels like, particularly in the final bit of the game, it's missing those kind of mini-games. Like, we had a whole bit where we had to put a tube, like, back into place. And you're telling me that wasn't a mini-game? Miserable. They've disappointed me. Wii U? Like Wii U from the circus? What? I was literally just talking about that bit. I love that bit. Okay. Wii U isn't here, I don't think. Time to run straight at the camera. In fact, time to zoom in uncomfortably. Would you rather have big, silly flip-flop fish feet or scaly, shiny fish scale skin all over? I want big, silly flip-flop fish feet. That's what I want. Because I feel like the idea of having fish scale skin is really gross. Maybe that's mean. Maybe I'm being mean to fish. Maybe I'm being mean to Wii U, my best friend, my best pal. But like the idea of that sounds really yucky to me. Like, I'm happy with my skin texture just the way it is, thank you. I don't want that being changed.
Yeah, nearly there.
Are you excited?
Oh, I'm sad. I'm sad, Wii U.
It is exciting, but it's gonna be so hard leaving you behind.
They better kiss right now. Yeah, their relationship hasn't expressly been romantic, but I think it has been.
Not in my lifetime. You know?
I don't know. You will or you won't, but
Aww.
at least you will have the chance. And of course, I will miss you.
Aww. They were best friends.
But we're just happy we could help with the energy and everything.
And I'm really glad that Harold's mistake of telling the government about your community didn't lead to some sort of terrible consequences.
I'd probably be a cold non-Wii U if you hadn't helped me get better.
Aww.
Everything has changed since knowing you.
Oh, this is really cute.
Remember Tidamo now. Maybe I'll go exploring a new part of the ocean.
Can you believe how lucky we were to even meet?
Uh-huh.
I always thought this luck you all have.
You could become like some sort of superhero of fish scales or some shit. Yeah, like, do fish scales have like special properties or something? I feel like fish scales are supposed to be good for like skin healing. Do you think if you had fish scales you'd have like superhuman healing? I think you would. That would be your superpower, I guess, is like that if you get a minor injury you can heal it in about half the time. So instead of it taking like 4 or 5 days, it would take like 2.
Sometimes it does.
I'm taking the scales. Why do you all want the scales? What's so good about the scales, huh? You won't be able to walk so well with big silly flip-flop fish feet. You'd get used to it. You'd figure it out. And who knows, maybe you'd have superpowers if you had big fish feet. Maybe you'd be able to jump higher. Or hold on to things better, I don't know.
Thanks, Wii U. We will.
Don't ask me. Ask the fish.
Hope you have good tides.
Aww.
And you, William.
Oh, this is sad. Oh, I'm sad. Why didn't they kiss? The sad thing is I can't even turn back. Like, I just have to walk in this straight line. I'm turning the music up, by the way, because it's banging. This is so Oh, Harold paused for like a second, and I was like, is there gonna be some sort of little dramatic turn and run around?
I found you at the window again, looking out.
Oh, I probably shouldn't play this so loud. I'm gonna get copywritten, whatever. This slaps! If I was a proper streamer that like cared about not getting copyright, you know what I'd do right now, and it'd be really funny? I'd mute this and I'd put on the Kevin MacLeod goofy music. And it would be hilarious, but it wouldn't be good. I'm gonna get copyright, I am. They're gonna write that copy just all over my channel. Even Harold Halibut does the Arrested Development sad walk. He actually is. If his head was at like a slight downturned angle, that's what this would be. Oh. Oh shit, I know this song! Specifically like a popular edit of it. Damn, they slayed. This is based. Oh, everyone's saying goodbye to him? Literally every single one of your Kingdom Hearts 1 streams been partially muted and successfully contested too, but yeah, I get that. I think that happened with like the one at least of the Kingdom Hearts 1 streams I did. I remember you saying at the time when I was playing that they're notoriously stingy with their music. Which sucks. It sucks a lot actually, because I think watching playthroughs of video games is a really good way to get into video games. Like, I care a lot about Final Fantasy VII, and I haven't played them. I've watched playthroughs, and, you know, who knows, maybe one day I will get them, because I've seen the playthrough. Time 1 and now own the Amalgamated brand. Yeah, I guess if I use this song, I'm officially signing over all ownership of my channel. You've never heard this before and were willing to believe that it was a Harold Halibut original. That would be a cool thing if they'd have done that. If they'd have just been like, fuck it, here you go. We made a whole new song just for you, Harold Halibut. So I'd already recognized it? No, it took me ages. It took getting to the chorus there. Because I don't think I've ever heard this version. I think I've only ever heard the edit. What are they doing? Are they clapping? Why do all these fish people miss me? I literally colonized them. Wait a second, this one has the word time in it? Like something? It cuts to like Harold's witnessing clocks turning fast in his mind. He's thinking about every time someone said the word time to him. That was so stupid. Time moves slow? Whoa, like what all water did? Except they made it move fast. This is so sad. I'm real sad for HALIBUT. This is a very silly game, right? I was really hoping that he was gonna turn around and Wii was gonna be like right behind him and like followed him the whole sad walk back. And he's like, Wii, I thought you were staying here. Ah! What the fuck?
Harold, shouldn't you be back on the ship? You don't want to miss it taking off.
Yes, I do.
Oh.
What?
I want to stay. I know it sounds crazy, and I'll be the only human here, but...
No.
Kiss! Right?
It's just you.
He's literally staying behind. What?
But are you really sure? Won't you miss everyone else?
No, I hate those guys. They're really mean to me all the time.
I've always gone with the tide, but now I want to break out of it. Choose a tide for myself. Not the one that leads up into cold, empty space. It's the first time I've...
Shit! Hey, this is so valid! Because he doesn't really feel motivated to go to space and find the Earth. He feels motivated to be right here.
Lugu Lugu Simbo.
Lugu Simbo.
Kiss! That's so cute! When they leave, do the installed pipes get ripped out violently? I have to assume yes. Because it doesn't seem like they had any plan to take them out like a week before the ship left or something. Kiss the fish!
Hey, Professor. There's something I need.
Oh, is he gonna go tell the professor? And oh god, I'm gonna be sad again.
Great. We don't have much time. I could
Moreau
do
will
some
miss
help sorting
him.
Final preparations.
Jeanne.
Oh, he dropped the first name. He dropped the Jeanne.
It's only natural you're emotional. I suppose I can finish things up by myself.
No. Professor, I mean, I'm staying with
And
you.
also, we kissed off screen.
Oh.
You didn't see it,
I'm
but
sorry.
believe me, it happened.
Can you understand?
Harold, I've grown terribly fond
Aww,
of you.
she's fond of
If I've
me.
learned anything about you, it's that you always defy expectations
Aww.
one way or another.
So when I said it's true,
So,
well, this is the shape of
you're not
water. You
angry?
were so right.
Angry?
You were
Dear
so
boy,
correct.
I'm delighted.
I don't know what Harold's relationship with
miss you
Ryu
like I
is, but
miss
all
my
I'm saying
left
is, I'm saying it's going beyond the you know, the base,
at me, then I'm
the base
happy for you.
friendship established in you know, common society.
For me.
They have a
I wouldn't be
transcendental
making this decision
relationship.
if it wasn't for
A
you.
transcendent even.
In a nice way, I mean.
I know what you mean. Have you thought it all through? Do you need any help with the practicality?
He'll be fine. I'm sure
Not
he'll
really,
live.
but what is there? I'll just take a few of my things. The Floralim have all the materials I'll need there. I'll get
Yeah, and I
settled in
guess
no
he can
time, I'm sure.
eat
Well,
and breathe. What else is
I
there?
guess this is goodbye.
Even if his little earpiece thing that translates breaks, that's
Yes, it
okay,
is.
because he can just learn.
Be safe, Harold. Wish us luck.
I'll
Aw.
do one better. I'll wish you good times.
Very funny.
Aww. Oh, this is cute. This is cute and sad. But it's actually not that sad, because I feel like it would have been more sad for Harold to leave Wii U than it would have been for Harold to get left behind by all of the people that have been really mean to him for a long time. Imagine if all the Fedorans died space and Earth humans are all gone and Harold is literally the only human left. See, now, I don't think it'll happen because I feel like it goes against the vibes of the game. However, it would be a little funny. It would be a little bit funny if the ship goes up into space and then just like immediately crashes. Oh, this is so pretty. Look at that. Oh, they're saying it together to say goodbye. Stop, this is adorable. This is the best. This guy does not know how to pilot a ship as well. Silly. Explosion. Just fucking splits in half. Still think the one guy looks like Declan McKenna. Oh, the captain? The captain or Cyrus, the guy with the hat? Because I can kind of see your justification for either. Whoa! Oh, for a second. For a second, I really did think it was just gonna sink. That's delightful. They made it. Good for them. God damn. It's an asteroid. Harold goes, were you? I think I changed my mind. Oh! Oh, that's so lovely. I really did not expect Harold to stay here. What if it was Earth they were on this whole time? See, I thought at one point that was going to be the twist, is that it was just Earth, but like, there'd been some sort of natural disaster that meant the entire thing was encased in water. Yeah, all this to end up on Earth. All that hassle because they want to go back to Earth, which, ugh. I guess they were gonna run out of resources, and I feel like it's implied several times that their entire diet is basically fish, which I personally would dislike, so I get it. What year is it? I think it's supposed to be current year, because if it's about 50 years since the Fedora crashed, and they left Earth sort of during the Cold War, I feel like the timings are supposed to line up to kind of mean that it's now. Yeah, so in the 70s they leave Earth. And then they crash. That was delightful. Is this the intro diverse? I think it was. It was a piece of music that's played a couple times, I think. I think that played when we was introduced. Also, hello, Corvus. This was lovely. I missed the silly star constellation? No! No! Hold on. Let me look up my own Twitch channel so I can just quickly see that. Let me quickly look up my own VOD just right now. Hold on. I want to see the silly constellation. Because I did get real distracted looking up the internet. Oh my god, the star constellation was the guy. It was Buddy, the guy that, and he winks. That's so stupid. That's the last shot of the game, is that one guy that died. God damn. So that's it. We're some kind of Harold Halibut. I think Harold Halibut was inside us all along. Also, hello! Hello, Gabby! How are you doing?
I've been away for a while. Now I am back to watching my least favorite streamer again.
Stop it, Gabby. You flatter me. Your least favorite? That's basically the best thing a person can be. How are you doing? So this music got really poppy suddenly. Oh, the zoom out followed the same path? Oh, you're so right. You're so correct. Yeah, I always forget. I can't remember what team. Blah blah blah. Who's it made by? A Cologne studio. Yeah. Led by an independent developer from a graduate of the Cologne Game Lab. Originally conceived to be more reliant on puzzles, it was abandoned for more narrative and linear to focus on character exploration. That makes sense, because there are so many parts of this game that really feel like they were built for puzzles that then never got put in. And I kind of wish they'd done both. I wouldn't have minded if it had taken like another couple months to release. What would a giraffe-ish human look like? See, now that's an interesting question, Johan, that I don't think we need to answer. I think that you and Harold will answer that question themselves. Lots of Nordic and German names here, yeah, which makes sense. Harold was inside me, sorry. He was inside all of us all along. The real Harold is the Harold in our hearts, in our heart and souls. Generally positive reviews. Yeah, a lot of reviews say that it's surprisingly poignant, if not unusual and funny. It's a very light experience. See, it's crazy because, like, I think I checked Steam earlier, and it's not got that many reviews. I don't think it's had that many players overall. Yeah, like since release. So this game released about 2 months ago, and it's had about 450 reviews. I don't know how good that is. It just feels like it's been a little bit secret. I don't know. And it's crazy because other than the first 1.5 chapters being incredibly boring, it was really lovely. Like, it was a game that I think got better and better until it ended, and now I miss it. Now I want it back. Very good right now, thanks to Elden Ring DLC. Yeah, I haven't seen what any of the DLC looks like. I think I was aware that it released, but I'm yet to have a look. I never actually had Elden Ring for myself. Okay, I say that. I gave it a try. I played for about an hour, and I was like, this is silly, but actively too hard for me. I'm too bad a gamer to even try. But hey, I'm glad that the Elden Ring enjoyers are enjoying the DLC. This late style. That would have been silly. Because there's a lot of mystery in this game as well, but Harold doesn't ever really feel like the one solving it. He's kind of just there while someone else does. Even if that someone else is a group of, like, precocious children. 452 isn't a lot, but to be honest, few reviews doesn't always mean few players, yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I've never reviewed a game I've played from Steam. I'm not a very big reviewer, even though I have a lot of opinions on this game. Well, I have at least a few opinions on this game. At the very least, I'd have enough to say in a review. I'd be able to say, really lovely game, so much funnier than expected. Not enough puzzles or like mini games, but overall delightful. Yeah, that's the thing. I haven't heard anything either, Trash. Like a few YouTubers that I watched that I would have expected to maybe pick this up and play it just haven't. So I don't know. It felt like people cared about it when they showed the trailer. There was like a trailer that they showed at some sort of, I think it was in an indie direct or some sort of indie showcase. And I remember being really excited, and I remember the reception to it being like, whoa, this looks really cool. And then I feel like it released out of nowhere. I feel like they announced that it was going to release, and then a week later they released it. And I just feel like I've heard nothing since. Which is just crazy. They're attributing their fonts. Goofy. Also, apparently you can get an achievement if you take more than 15 hours to play the game. And I think infuriatingly I have about 12.5 hours. So if I'd have done just a few more things, I would have gotten another achievement. Because as it is, I have 14 out of 27 achievements. There are a lot of achievements that I didn't get. A few of them would have been easy. A few of them were like, watch performance. Play rapid fly zone force for 2 minutes. Watch TV for 10 minutes. complete the notebook. To be fair, half of the total achievements, considering that I basically beelined the plot, is kind of cool. Just that if a game has an insanely high number of Steam reviews, like in the 100,000s, it can either be because it's a big Flavor of the Month game, like Helldivers 2, or because it's getting review bombed, like Helldivers 2. Fair enough. You are right that I feel like if something has a lot of reviews like that, there's probably a lot of people that just fundamentally have strong opinions. And I feel like strong opinions generally are in two flavors. I would die for this game, and if this game was a person, I would kill it. And I don't think I have those opinions about any game. Oh, actually, if the video game Silt was a person, I would kill Silt. I would kill it stone cold dead. This game was delightful, though. Like I say, really weak first chapter. Like, the more and more I think about it, so weak, a first chapter. What's the next game on the list? Ooh, good question. So, I know for a fact that... So, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the next Reckless game. Because this, I mean, obviously this wasn't a Reckless game, this is just something I wanted to play. And I started playing this on the side while I was playing RE4, which was the last Reckless game. Fire Emblem Three Houses I might start in a couple of weeks because I actually need to obtain the game. So in the meanwhile, I don't know what I'll do. I have a couple of games that are probably short that I could probably just play on stream. Like, I even have Garten of Banban. I don't want to play Garten of Banban on stream. I have the Stanley Parable. That could be good to stream. Because I've seen gameplay of the Stanley Parable, but I've never actually played it. My point being that the next, like, Reckless game is Three Houses. Between now and then, I might also just do some cleanup. Like, I've had Metal Gear Rising Revengeance installed for ages because I wanted to do the Guy DLC. The DLC of the Guy, and I can't remember his name but he's the guy that everyone cares about. I wanted to do his DLC and I just haven't got around to it. So that could be fun. You really like Fire Emblem Three Houses, you need to finish it actually. I'm really looking forward to it! I've seen a little bit of Fire Emblem Engage playthrough, and it's so much more anime than I expected, and that's kind of why I'm looking forward to Three Houses. It's the kind of game, I'm aware that it's too long for me to stream reasonably, because I basically only stream once a week now. And I also don't stream for very long, whether I'm warm or I've got a headache or I've got to wake up early the next day, so I'm probably not going to stream all of it, but I can see myself liking it and wanting to play it in my own time. In which case, you know what I should stream? I should stream Tears of the Kingdom and try and, like, finish it in a stream, because I'm so behind. Just excited to see Three Houses, you've been intrigued about picking it up. Well, hopefully I play just enough of it to give you a flavour of the game without giving too much away. Yeah, I have Ultra Deluxe. I don't really know what that adds compared to normal Stanley Parable. Anyway, as long as she's actually doing the flashlight. I should pick a game with a flashlight, you're so right. You're so correct. I feel like there should be one in Stanley Parable, that would make sense. Jetstream Sam, I'd love to see more Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Yeah, I think my worry with the Jetstream Sam DLC is that it would take too long. Oh, that's totally not true. I've just googled like Metal Gear Rising Revengeance Jetstream Sam DLC how long to beat. And howlongtobeat.com says it's about 1.5 hours if you kind of beeline, and if you strive to see all aspects, maybe 5 hours for completion. So that would probably take me like 2 streams. Particularly if I do it on easy mode, which I would. Should play Storyteller, it's pretty sure it's fun. I have Storyteller. Okay, so my current 2-stream list on Steam is Celeste, Don't Starve Together, Frambo, Garten of Banban, unfortunately, Geometry Dash, Gorogoa, I Love You Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking dating simulator. A finger-licking good dating simulator even. I have Little Misfortune, which is on the rec list after 3 Houses. I have Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Outer Wilds, Stanley Parable, Ultra Deluxe, Storyteller, Tell Me Why, Trine, and The Wolf Among Us. And that is my... I own all of those. I could play any of those on stream. Just seems my DLC could be done in 1 or 2 streams depending on the difficulty. It's like 2 hours long if you do every fight first try. Okay. Which if I do on easy mode is possible. Kinda. Possible-ish. As long as I remember the mechanics, and as long as I don't do something stupid like forget that if a blue kanji appears on screen I'm supposed to do something about it. Just play Kingdom Hearts on hard mode for 6 uninterrupted hours. Is that a thing that you did? Is that a thing that you did, Corvus? Because that sounds like it would break me. And I had fun with what I played in Kingdom Hearts. In fact, I probably would have had more fun if I'd put the game on easy mode. But I think I did the stupid gamer mistake of being like, oh, this is an old game that lots of people played in their childhoods. It's probably really easy. Ha ha ha. Yeah, Jetstream Sam. I want to do more of. I want to do that DLC. So that's Jetstream Sam DLC is currently in my like current stream games list. Actually, so is RE4, which I should move. I should also remove Harold Halibut from current stream games. I'm literally just doing like management of my Steam folders at the minute. Would you consider doing another multiplayer stream? I would. I think doing more Fall Guys would be fun. I don't know if you mean multiplayer like just a multiplayer game like Fall Guys, or whether you mean multiplayer like multiplayer voice. Because I've never really done a lot of that. In fact, I've only done that a couple times. But multiplayer in terms of like playing a multiplayer game like Fall Guys, I would happily do. And if anything, is a really good choice for if I'm not sure what to play. I think you could reasonably do Storyteller in 1 stream. It's very chill and silly. Yeah, I think I was sold on the premise of it being chill and silly. I think I bought it because it was on sale for fairly cheap, and because I remember you recommending it. And I've been wanting like more shorter games to add to my list, because it would be nice to get, particularly now that I don't stream as often, I think it would be really nice to just be able to do 1 game for like 3 weeks and then move on having finished it. I can't believe Joe was rectoring 3rd Hollow Knight stream. Yeah, it was. It was one of the first games that I bought based off people's recommendations. I think I bought that. I think I bought that at the same time I bought Ori and the Blind Forest, which obviously I played ages ago. And I do want to play Will of the Wisps, it's just that obviously that will take me a lot longer than something like Storyteller. I can't believe Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth was right during 94-second stream. You should play that. I'm gonna play it. I'm probably not gonna stream it. Never say never, but I'm probably not gonna stream it. It's tempting, actually. There's a tiny part of me that is genuinely tempted to stream Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. It would require a PS5 which is not my own, and a copy of the game which is not my own. When we played together on stream, what then? I think that would be silly. Even if it wasn't the whole game, even if it was just like the opening. Actually, the opening would be even if it was just some of the game. I'd want to show off the silly stuff. I'd want to show that it's silly and goofy. You played 30 hours on hard mode so far, and that's you approaching the end of the game. It's a long game. There's so much Kingdom Hearts in Kingdom Hearts. 100% joining a multiplayer stream whenever. I'm glad, because I like playing Fall Guys. I actually played a lot more Fall Guys in the past couple months than ever before, which might even mean that I don't need to be carried as hard in a team game. What other multiplayer games do I have? I've played Dead by Daylight on stream before. I've not been tempted to play that in a long time. Oh, I got Gary's mod ages ago, and then I've never played that. I don't know how many people actually play that anymore. I feel like I got that back in 2019 because like I'd heard of it and that was it. I have Risk Global Domination. That's a fun game. I played that on stream one time for about 10 minutes and it crashed my stream so badly that like I was on a delay so bad that I had ended my stream and for about 5 minutes afterwards my stream was still live and delayed. Yeah, see, Trash remembers. Those who remember are cursed with being unable to forget, in fact. It was really bad. And then the stream just kept going even though I was done. The Green, you had a very fun time playing Storyteller in one sitting. It has so many opportunities. So many bit opportunities. I love a bit. I love a good bit. Yeah, it's high on my to stream list. Honestly, anything with a playtime of like 8 hours or less is high on my stream to stream list. Because in the end, Harold Halibut took me 12.5 hours. And I would say it was a good stream length. In the end, Harold Halibut will have been 6 streams, which is approximately 1 stream per chapter. That's not how it worked out. I think the first stream I got through, it took me 2 streams to get through the first chapter. I think it took me about 3.5 streams to get through the first 2 chapters. And then from there, it all just went by really fast. There's actually very little Kingdom Hearts in the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Kingdom Hearts being a dimension and thing that exists in the game. I forgot about that. I forgot that Kingdom Hearts was a thing in the Kingdom Hearts franchise. You know, I think for a second my brain just like stopped appreciating it as a thing that could exist in the game and only appreciated it for the name of the franchise. I was thinking of it as like a Final Fantasy, you know? Because at least as far as I'm aware, there's no point in Final Fantasy games where they go to a location and they're like, here we are guys, we're at the Final Fantasy. What if you did Ace Attorney on stream now that you're nearly done with the first game? I could do like a case. I could stream a case from maybe the second game. But I'm really struggling with the one I'm on. Like, I had to Google something today and it upset me so badly. Basically, there was so for those unfamiliar with Ace Attorney, which I feel like is no one, but just in case, the witness will say some lines and you have like 2 options. You can either like ask them to elaborate, or you can present a piece of evidence that's supposed to trigger something new. And I had asked a question, been given an option to ask about one of 3 things. I'd picked one that gave me an interesting response, and then the game had said something vague like, oh, this is probably important, we'll think about it later. And then very shortly after, I unlocked like a connection between 2 things. I was like, how the fuck? And I kept trying to, I'd asked follow-up questions on everything. I'd presented the evidence to so many different things, and I was like, what the fuck is the connection here? And I googled it, and it turns out that you just have to ask that first question again, but now that you've unlocked something else. And it's so stupid, because it was like, but surely the characters already know this, they've just done it, why do I need to make them unlock it again? And it was a little annoying. It was a little bit annoying. Kingdom Hearts 2 taking you 15 streams, 16 with the final one coming up sometime. That's pretty good, honestly. For 30 hours of gameplay, that works out as like, what, 2 hours per stream on average? Which is good, considering that it's like, I've been streaming for 1.5 hours, and I'm probably going to be wrapping up in the next 20 minutes to go lie down and drink more water. Like, 2 hour streams for me nowadays is aspirational. If I can hit 2 hours, I'm like, that was fun. I had a good time. I have a good time either way. It's just, I tend to like streaming for longer and playing more video game. And if I stream for 2 hours, I feel like I've done that, basically. An Ace Attorney case would be silly fun. I think I should do the entirety of Rise from the Ashes on stream. Is that the one I'm currently doing? Is that the secret 5th case of the first game? As in, do you want me to start from scratch? Please don't make me start from scratch. That's such a long case. I would stream like 10 hours, surely. You want me to just in one sitting play all of that? It just keeps going. I've been feeling that. There was the... Again, the structure of Ace Attorney tends to be investigate, trial day 1, investigate, trial day 2, investigate, trial final day of the trial. And the day 1, like the initial investigate took so long, and I did it over like a couple playthroughs, that I think my brain had forgotten that I hadn't already done a trial day. Like, how many hours do I have in Ace Attorney? Because I guarantee by the end I will have doubled it. There it is. I have 16 hours in Ace Attorney. Well, in the Ace Attorney trilogy. So I have 16 hours in game 1. And it's taking a while. Your Ace Attorney journey, you're currently at the beginning of game 2, case 3, which one you can tell is notoriously disliked. Is that Turnabout Big Top? Because I've already heard a lot of stuff about Turnabout Big Top. I feel like it is. It is indeed. So, I've also heard that people universally dislike it, and I feel like some of the reasons that I've heard about that people dislike it are very, 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 very valid and reasonable. But I think it's probably not too bad. I hope it's not too bad anyway, Trash, because obviously you have to do the case. I should play Turnabout Ablaze for Investigations 1 if you want something that goes on forever. That's the Miles Edgeworth spin-off game, right? The one which recently got like a new like release announcement. Rise from the Ashes is tied for the longest case in the series with Turnabout Revolution from 6. That's insane to me. It's insane to me that they were like, oh, let's put in a bonus case into game 1 now that we're releasing it as a full trilogy. Yeah, let's make it as long as a game, as long as a case from the final game. Cases 1 to 4, the first game took you like 20, and then Rise from the Ashes took you 10. Valid. Valid. I think the only reason I've been playing it fairly quickly is because I skip through dialogue really fast. Like, I'm a fairly fast reader, and that's not because I'm actually a fast reader, it's kind of just because I see about half of the sentence and then I guess what the rest is and then move on. You think I should 100% pivot into being a loud, obnoxious Fortnite streamer? Hey, I think I've been about half of those things today. There's been, because I've had my earphones in for most of today, and the music was really loud, and that was on purpose because it was good. There's been a few times where I've realised that I've been fucking yelling, and it made me feel bad. I felt a little bit guilty. A little bit loud and obnoxious. A little bit loud, obnoxious streamer. So many people skip it when replaying the series, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. But you know, I feel like given how long the Ace Attorney series is, I feel like if I was replaying it, I'd probably only pick my favourite cases to replay anyway. Turnabout Blaze basically has a 2-hour section where you argue with the guy about whether or not he's protected by diplomatic immunity. Oh, funny. Oh, hilarious. What a good use of everyone's video gaming time. Rise from the Ashes has the most items of evidence, right? That checks out. That checks out, because I think I'm going into the beginning of day 2 investigations with like 1 full bar of evidence and then about 4 items into the next. That's where he says anything of actual substance. That's so stupid. That's really stupid. Stupid first investigations game for being so bad that it took years to get the second one to be ported over to the West. You've said Brace to take screenshots of Gumshoe? Very valid. Very fair. I know you're a Gumshoe enjoyer. I like Gumshoe. Gumshoe's growing on me. I feel like I think it was the Miles Edgeworth case. Case 4, I think, in the first game made him a lot more endearing. Crazy Investigations 2 is actual peak fiction. I feel like you should probably just skip Investigations 1. I'm glad that they've bundled them together though, in the new like Investigations. I guess remaster, I guess port remaster, I don't know. Because I feel like if they'd released them separately, people would have only bought the second one. Your favourite Ace Attorney character is the Clown Lady and you weren't fielding any follow-up questions. I don't think I know who the Clown Lady is. Classy. Oh, I'm aware of that, actually. I think maybe the one thing I'm aware of the Clown Lady is the Clown Lady just... is the bit that people just think she's hot? Is that it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've looked her up. I get it. I don't even blame you. That's so goofy. And is that from Talking About Big Top? No, it doesn't look like it. Do I have a favourite character so far? Listen, I like the Miles Edgeworth Phoenix Wright dynamic. I'm sorry. I know that's not a unique take. I know in fact that's the most boring take of them all. I know in fact that if I opened up famous website Archive of Our Own right now and I looked up Ace Attorney fanfiction as like a fandom and I looked up the most popular ship, I guarantee for a fact that like a good 70% of the stuff on there will be Miles Edgeworth and Phoenix Wright. So listen, I know I'm not unique, but I just think it's fun. I just think it's increasingly fun. Like already in the bonus case of the first game, there's been a couple times that like Edgeworth will kind of back Phoenix up when he's looking into something, and it's kind of enjoyable. It's kind of really sweet. Played the entire Ace Attorney series this year because the brain is rotting. I think you should. I actually think you should. I would like to play all of them. But honestly, I find it intimidating just because I think by the time I finish game 1 of the trilogy, I will probably have about 24 hours in the game is what I'm guessing. And that's just a lot of hours, I guess. Like, I've been playing this probably... In fact, I cleared the second case of the first game at the beginning of March. And I guarantee I'm not going to finish the final case of this game until... God, probably till end of July. It's just a long time. It's a really long time. And it means that in the meanwhile, it's basically the only game that I'm playing in the background outside of streams. And it just feels like a lot. I find games with big time investments like that a little intimidating. Which I think is pretty obvious. I'm very much an enjoyer of a game that I can beat in about... either a game that is infinite, that I can get really fixated on for like a month and then move on, or a game that I can wrap up in like 20 hours or less. Which I guess Ace Attorney is individually made up of games that you can complete in about that amount of time. But it's just because it's packaged as one massive thing. She's been talking about Storyteller in 6, okay. That makes sense, because when I just googled her, the art style seemed a little different. You've been enjoying it so much that's interrupted your reading. Yeah, but it should count. In my opinion, Trash, Ace Attorney should count as reading. Visual novel, video games, which I know it isn't. I know it's a, like, investigate. But it's like 90% of the gameplay is reading. 70% of the gameplay is reading. 30% is thinking. So, you know, isn't that basically what a book is anyway? Played the first game in like 2 weeks at the start of May and then started 2 on the plane and you're on case 3 now. I bet it gets better as it goes as well. Like, I feel like people probably don't go, oh, game 1 is my favourite of the 6. I feel like probably people enjoy the later ones more. The only reason you play literally all of them is because you've done it over several years. Yeah, which is fair. I think it's just that. It's that actually, if we think about the book analogy, if I'm going to get into a series of books that could be like a stack of books, like massive, like this big, maybe something like 1,000 pages per book. I'm looking at my bookshelf and I'm looking at Brandon Sanderson books, and I'm looking at them and I'm thinking that actually that was a big time investment actually to get into that series. It's just books are faster and more portable and sometimes, well, definitely a lot less effort. So the amount of time it took me to commit to that book series and complete it, even though it was a very large number of things, wasn't even that bad. But when I think about video games, I think about it taking me several years to complete like a video game series, and it just makes me feel tired. In a way that books, it doesn't with books, and I don't know what the difference is. I think it's because I only have so much time and attention span for like one game at a time. So the idea of just playing one game in the background for like 2 years scares me. You've been a fan since like 2014, 2015, so basically 10 years then. That's fair. That averages out of you playing an Ace Attorney game a year, right? Pretty much. Ready for the shipping wars in Fire Emblem Three Houses? I can't wait. No, you don't understand. I can't wait. I think, am I right in thinking that I found out recently that in Fire Emblem Three Houses, it isn't just your own character with other characters. It's actually that you can like set up other characters, because that would mean the world to me actually. I'm a lot more invested in setting up my Scrunglies than I am my own character with any of them. Rhythm War is like 30 to 50 hours alone. They're long books. And you know what helps as well, actually? Is that most of the time when I get into a book series and I read them really fast, it's because at some point I have some kind of holiday. Like, it tends to be at least 3 of my Brandon Sanderson books, if not 4, of the really big ones, coincided with a holiday. So, between reading on the plane, by the pool, on the beach, in the hotel, whatever, between all of that, I can get through a long book really quickly if I've got time like that to focus. Whereas, if I had Ace Attorney for the Switch, I guess it's functionally the same equivalent. It's just, I don't. Maybe the second trilogy I'll get for the Switch. Because as it is, it's something I do on my personal home laptop. It's quite a heavy laptop as well, so I just never really do it. Less so than the Fire Emblem games, but pretty much, yeah. Yeah, yippee! I can't wait to ship my Scrunglies. Fire Emblem Awakening has more of that, the shipping other people. I'm aware with Awakening. Awakening and Fates, it's partly though because of the, like, the child mechanic. So that makes sense. Right. So yeah, so my next game on the list is Fire Emblem Three Houses. After that, it's Little Misfortune, which I've been told should take 1 stream, if not 2. It's about a 3-hour game. So if I pick a day where I've got high energy and I don't have work the next day-ish, that should work. And then, that's when we switch to the point-based system for game recommendations. So I'm going to have to figure out how that's going to work exactly. But my overall goal is that I will have like a list of maybe 3-4 games that I'll pick from, probably from a combination of what I already own and haven't played and what other people have recommended to me. And basically you'll use points to vote for me to pick one of those games and play. So for example, maybe I'd put Celeste, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Outer Wilds, and The Wolf Among Us, and then you could use points to like pick one. I'm gonna have to figure that out because I think the kind of point challenges that you can have are a little weird on Twitch. So what it might actually even need to be is that I might need to do like a couple of mini polls during my Fire Emblem streams. So I'll have to figure that out. But that'll be fine. Maybe it's turning on Switch. Yeah, that definitely helps. I think if I had it on Switch, I'd probably play it more during, like, when I'm traveling. But I also can't guarantee that because I got Stardew Valley on Switch to play while traveling, and then I just haven't really packed my Switch with me a lot because it takes up just like that tiny little bit of space in my bag. Yeah, but on 3DS, Switch, and Steam. God, you're a real Ace Attorney nerd, huh? I'm gonna point and laugh and call you a nerd. 78k points already. That's fine. That's a normal amount of points. That's definitely what I expected, to be fair, because there's no other place to use them, you know. So they just build up. So hopefully, using the new and hopefully improved rec list will be a good way to use up those channel points and actually give them a purpose. Because it's not like they have any like value. They don't have any financial value. It's just you have them and it feels like they should be useful for some sort of game, you know, some sort of interaction. But right, I'm gonna wrap up the stream now because I need to get some more water because it's really warm. And speaking of warm, I also want to go lie down by the window and just face the air. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out today. Thank you all for seeing off the end of HALIBUT. I really like this game, other than the first chapter and a half. That was shit. I'm gonna miss it. I think it's also the first game in a really long time that I've uploaded all of my VODs to YouTube at the end of. So it's actually, I'm really glad that I've got it like chronicled away. Yeah, in terms of when I'll be streaming next, slightly tough to say because I have some weird travel plans over the next couple of weeks. Probably next Monday. In fact, yeah, next Monday I should be able to stream. And then probably Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday the week after. I think I've said it before, but basically the first 3 days of the week is my best bet nowadays to get a stream in. Freaking Dubla Diora. Oh, I'm stupid. That's just HALIBUT backwards. God, it's the lack of hydration. My brain's eating itself from the inside out. I also loved watching it. Watching it is the correct word because it's very much a watchy kind of game, but I like that. I don't always like being challenged by puzzles and tasks. I sometimes like to just watch a little movie, but I get to move the characters around. Yeah, thank you all for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Try and stay cool, if at all possible, in the UK. Or wherever you are. Hopefully it's not as hot as it is here. It's not even that bad. We just don't have air conditioning. And yeah, thank you all for hanging out. XOXO. Go Piss Girl.